Hello there, Mr. Lee here, and I'm back to tell you a little bit more about the Roman City Life paper, specifically the timing of the paper. Last time I told you that the full paper is 90 minutes with 90 marks. Half the paper is worth 45 marks, so logically that would be 45 minutes, 1 mark per minute. That would work out roughly right? Well, the reality is not quite as that. Okay, you can divide the paper into two. You can spend 45 minutes each half, and what I suggest you do as you go into the exam is to write down the timing for the halfway mark so you know when to move on. Of course, extra timers, your timing will be slightly different. But in reality, the amount of time you should spend on each type of question shouldn't really be as simple as 1 mark per minute. The shorter questions, which are worth 22 marks in total, you should really just know the answer and should be able to go bam, bam, bosh, in, done. So 10 minutes is a bit ambitious, but there's no reason why you can't do it in that way, because what that does is it buys you a little bit more time for those slightly longer questions, which you might want to plan, and you might want to think a little bit about how to structure your paragraphs, your points, your essays. So 8 markers, you're looking at about 4 points, making sure you refer to the sources that are mentioned, as well as something from your own knowledge. That should take more than 8 minutes to complete. 15 mark essay questions where you have to rely on your own knowledge, but also know the source quite well. That should take a bit over 15 minutes. Now, I know the anxiety. You're going through your shorter questions and you're like, I'm not sure about the answer to that. And you keep thinking, and you keep thinking, and you keep thinking, and time keeps ticking away. That's not going to work very well. What you might want to do is you might want to put an asterisk next to any questions that you're just unsure as you bash through the shorter answers the first time. And then when you have time, when you're confident that you finish your 8 marker and your 15 marker, and you've given a good account of yourself, then you can go back to the start of the paper. So in short, 90 minutes paper, 45 minutes for each half. So maybe write down the time as you go in for when you need to move on from section A to section B, so you know that. But also write down the time by which you need to move from your shorter questions to longer questions, so you can give that a really good go. That way you can manage the time in the exam very well, and you can, well, do it as well as you can. Good luck.